Can you truly find happiness within yourself? Happiness is often associated with being surrounded by others, whether it's in a romantic relationship, friends, or family. We're led to believe that having a thriving social life or being in a relationship is the key to true happiness. But what have I told you? That happiness can be found in solitude. That being alone doesn't have to mean feeling lonely or feeling undesirable. When it comes to being alone, people often face a multitude of challenges. We're social creatures, and being alone can be uncomfortable, even scary for some. Many of us fear missing out on social events, feeling like we're not part of a group, or being left behind. We're bombarded with messages from social media, highlighting everyone's seemingly perfect lives, making us feel like we don't measure up. Then there's the weight of societal expectations, where being single or alone is often stigmatised, making us feel like there is something wrong with us. Social pressures can be overwhelming, making us feel like we need to be constantly connected to others to be happy. But what if I told you that being alone can be incredibly liberating? Without the influence of others, we're free to explore our own interests, pursue our own passions, and develop our own sense of self. We're no longer bound by the opinions of others, and we can finally be ourselves unapologetically. But being alone can also be lonely, and it is a common misconception that the two are interchangeable. Being alone simply means that you're not surrounded by others, whereas being lonely is a feeling of disconnection and isolation. You can be alone and still feel connected to yourself and the world around you. Happiness is not about being surrounded by others. It's about being content with who you are right now. It's about accepting your flaws, embracing your quirks, and finding joy in the simple things. Some people find happiness in the company of others, but many find it in solitude. They discover that being alone allows them to tap into their own creativity, explore their thoughts and emotions, and develop a deeper sense of self-awareness. Take, for instance, the story of Emily Dickinson, a recluse poet who rarely left her home. She found solace in her solitude, and it was in those quiet moments that she penned some of the most profound poetry of all time. Or consider the story of Steve Jobs, who credits his time alone with helping him to clarify his thoughts and tap into his own creativity. Solitude can be a powerful catalyst for personal growth, self-development, and happiness. It allows us to tune into the noise, tune out of the noise of the world, and tune into our own inner voice. It gives us the space to reflect, to learn, and to evolve. And it's in those quiet moments that we can discover our true potential. In the end, happiness is not about being alone or being with others. It's about being true to yourself. So take a cue from those who found happiness in solitude and give yourself the gift of alone time. You never know what wonders you might discover.